If you are having trouble with your Scatterbird Mark III, this video will help you determine the problem and remedy any issues to get your gas gun up and running again. Please refer to the operating instructions if you need to in conjunction with this video. This troubleshooting guide covers testing the fire mode, the control panel, spark plug, spark generator and gas delivery. Before testing your Scatterbird, always turn off and disconnect the gas supply and make sure all residual gas has been expelled from the barrel. If you intend to test fire indoors, remove the barrel first. Before we go through our comprehensive testing routine, there are some simple tests and checks to do first, which could save you time and effort. First, check the gas hose for damage and replace if needed, as vermin do damage hoses through chewing. If this is good, then look for foreign material such as a bird's nest or dead vermin in the barrel, which are commonly found, and clean as required. Next, ensure your battery is fully charged and delivering 12 volts. Then, check the Scatterbird is switched on. To do this, press button A and make sure that the red light is in the pink scale and the second light is in the 5-bang section of the firing scale and not in the left-hand off position. Gun failure can be a result of poor or corroded electrical connections. 3 simple preliminary steps can solve this before going into further testing. Remove the backplate and unscrew the earth wires screwed to the barrel. Clean the connectors and the earth point with emery cloth or a wire brush and reassemble, using Vaseline to protect against future corrosion. The next step is to remove the rubber cap and unscrew the plug lead followed by the spark plug. Clean the thread, reset the gap using a £1 coin and reassemble, making sure you replace the rubber cap. Finally, take the blade terminals off the spark generator, clean the contacts and replace, using Vaseline to protect. If the gun still does not fire after these procedures, move on to the next stage of this video. To set up the control panel for testing the fire mode, connect to a fully charged battery and allow all the lights to go out. The Scatterbird will only run through the test sequence if it is in day mode. To check if the unit is in day or night mode, press button B and note the position of the light in the Test Present Mode section of the control panel seen here. If the mode is anything other than day, the unit may be stuck in night mode due to poor light or a faulty light sensor. To reset the circuit board, ensure the Scatterbird is in good light. Shining a torch on the light sensor may help in the first instance. Then disconnect the battery, press button A once, reconnect the battery, and you are ready to start the test sequence with the unit in day mode. If this fails, you will need to replace the circuit board. How to do this is shown in the next section. So to test, press and hold button B and press button A at the same time. The control panel will count down from right to left. There will then be a loud click, which is the sound of the solenoid opening to let gas into the chamber. After 3 seconds, a series of soft ticks will follow as the spark generator fires the spark plug to ignite the gas. If any of the above do not occur, or when the gas is turned on the Scatterbird fails to bang, it could be down to an issue with either the control panel, the spark plug, the spark generator, or no gas being delivered. Let's start with the control panel. If there are no lights, check the wiring to the battery is not damaged and that there are no loose connections. And check for a faulty or dead battery. Charge or replace as required. If there are 4 lights across the fire line, this will indicate a low battery. Charge to 12 volts or replace if the battery is not holding the correct charge. Old tractor batteries do not hold their charge and can drop their voltage within hours, so always use either a Portek internal battery or a deep cycle leisure battery. If the lights do not move, it could be down to an ill-fitting board. To fix this, remove the steel cover and try to operate the circuit board. If this works, make sure the board is seated in the moulding correctly, then replace the steel cover. If this fails, you will need to fit a new circuit board. To do this, simply undo the 3 screws, remove the board and disconnect the wiring. Replace the wires on the new board in the same sequence as they were disconnected, applying Vaseline to stop corrosion and then retest. If gas is being delivered but there is no ignition, then check the following. Firstly, remove the backplate and disconnect the wiring from the spark generator to ease access. Take off the spark plug lead and unscrew the spark plug. The Scatterbird uses only NGK BR6S spark plugs. Change if the wrong spark plug is fitted. Next, check the gap. It must be between 2 to 3 millimeters. Use a £1 coin to measure the gap. If the Scatterbird is fitted with the 2-part jet, identified here by the split pin, ensure that the rubber cap is fitted to the top of the spark plug to make sure it is not shorting against the solenoid housing. If your Scatterbird is still not working, check the wiring to the spark generator and test again. You will hear an initial click of the solenoid opening to allow the gas in, followed 3 seconds later by the rapid clicking of the spark generator firing the spark plug. If you cannot hear a rapid clicking, then the spark generator will have to be replaced. If you do not hear the initial click, then the issue may be with the solenoid, which we come on to in the next section. To check for problems with gas delivery, check the bottle is turned on and contains gas. Try to avoid completely emptying the bottle as it contains sediment which can block jets and regulators. Next, check that the correct regulator is fitted. Use only a 1-bar regulator. If the correct one is fitted, check the connections for damage or loose fitting. Replace or tighten as necessary. When changing the regulator, make sure it does not come into contact with the ground, as soil particles can block or damage the unit. If there is gas getting to the scattergun, it could be a blocked jet. The symptoms of this are only 1 or 2 successful ignitions in a series of 4 or 5, due to insufficient gas being delivered each time. To fix this, remove the screw from the solenoid, then remove the split pin and pull out the complete assembly. Unscrew the jet and clean carefully using a 1mm drill or an appropriate jet cleaner, and reassemble and test. If your Scatterbird comes with a 1-part jet, which was fitted only to early models of the Mark III, we recommend replacing it with a 2-part version for faster and more convenient maintenance. For removing 1-part jets, please contact technical services. Finally, it may be an issue with the solenoid not working, but this is very rare. If you do not hear the initial click of the solenoid during testing, this could be a problem related to the wiring, the control panel, or the solenoid itself may have a fault, in which case it will need replacing. Our advisors can help you diagnose this issue as it requires more in-depth testing. If you require further information or parts, please contact one of our technical advisors. Portek will also repair or service your Scatterbird if required. Please contact your local dealer for details.